Hi, good morning and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire. This is episode 346 and we're here live in Southwest Florida watching the sunrise over the buildings and the trees in the east, and this is the beautiful Gulf of Mexico behind me. If you are joining me live, please say hello. Let me know where you're from. Let me know if you're crafting this morning. Just would love to hear from you. Hi Karen, hi Kimberly, hi Joe, hi Christy. Good morning everybody. Thanks for joining me live. Good morning, Christine. Hi, Joe. Glad you could be here. Let's see, where am I at on my project? Hi, Judy. Hi, Sunshine. So I made some decent progress on my scarf last night. Definitely made some progress. Oh, oh, excuse me. I think that's it. Good morning, Judy. I missed a few names. Sorry about that. If you're joining me live, love to hear where you're from. Love to hear what you're working on. Hi, Judy and Kimberly. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Karen. Thank you for the blessing. So I'm doing a sideways increase shawlette and changing the rate of increase as I go. So I started with tiny increases at the beginning, then gradually working on larger increases as I go so that the scallops get bigger as we go. And each scallop has a beautiful little star bead attached to it. Super cute. The star beads are a bronzy gold and they really look really nice with the Be So Toasty yarn in colorway Inferno. And the other thing that's great about this type of construction of a shawl is that it accentuates the striping of a variegated yarn. Hi Karen, hi Jane and Grace. Thank you, Grace. Hi Sherry and Judy. Glad you guys could be here. Let's see, if I know where I'm at in my project, I could probably, let's see, got 1, 2, 3, yeah, I think I am ready for a bead. All right, so I know where I'm at. Hi Susie, thanks for joining live. So anybody who has, hi Pauline, we'll wait for a few more people to arrive. If anybody who has already pre-ordered the Layers Crochet and Layers Knit ebooks received an email last night with the updated version of both ebooks, or whichever ebook you bought, one or the other or both, because the 2 new patterns were released this week. Did have some complaints the last couple of weeks because people were confused when receiving their patterns. I'll explain this in a second. So I was sending out an email with the updated link, an email explaining the updated link, and then sending out an email to everybody else announcing the new patterns so that anybody that wanted to order them could. And I was getting several emails from customers who had pre-ordered the book upset and confused because they didn't read all of the emails and just read the one going out to everyone and thought, anyway. So I was having to explain that too many times to people who weren't reading all of them. So I'm making a little bit of a pause between sending out the new updates to the existing pre-order customers and announcing it to everybody else. So if you received the email already, it's because you've already pre-ordered the ebooks, and today everyone else will receive an email showing the new patterns. So whether you are still waiting to see how many patterns or what style of patterns and you're not sure if you want to order yet, these will be emails good for you. If you just like ordering individual patterns, this email will be good for you. And anybody who's already pre-ordered already has this information. So hopefully that will be a little more clear by putting a pause between the sets of emails. Trying to make everybody have a positive experience, not a negative experience. Good morning, Jermaine. Thanks for joining live. Hi, Edna and Cynthia. Glad you could be here. Sunshine, did she miss the pattern for the granny square hat? I don't know what you're talking about, Sunshine. Sherry loves getting the patterns. Wonderful. I don't, whoever's asking about a granny square pattern, if you would like to email me about what you're talking about, I would be more than happy to help you. I don't recall a hat like that in the layers books, but I've made hundreds and hundreds of patterns. Oh, the one I've made for my friend. No, I have not given her the hat yet. She's been too ill for visitors, and I have not released that pattern yet. No. Nope, that has not been released. I haven't even given her the hat yet, so it's going to be a little delay on that one. Hi Lydia, thanks for joining live. Hi Alina. Alright, so as soon as I finish this row, I will show you the 2 new patterns for the layers ebooks. We have Sabrina crochet motif topper vest, and we have Bibiana reversible lace pullover. So it's reversible in the, not because it's identical on both sides, but because it's pretty and looks like a right side on both sides. And I'll show you what I mean when I show it to you. I did not wear appropriate clothing for trying that one on today. I don't think it'll look cute over the blouse that I'm wearing, but the Sabrina vest will look cute over the vest or the top I'm wearing, so I will be able to try that one on. But I will be able to show you both. So, and both of these patterns use Be So Sporty yarn, which is my number 2 sport weight 100% bamboo yarn. So the first one is the Sabrina vest done in beautiful crochet motifs. And what's awesome about this is that I was able to take the square motif of the vest and add different shapes for shaping. So there are some triangle motifs. It comes in lots of sizes. Some of the sizes even have a half square motif. So you'll see it when you read the pattern and you're choosing your size. But there are lots of different shapes. So like you can see, there's a triangle version here of the square to give shaping here. And then for some hip shaping, there's a triangle version of it. So this is a triangle in the round, and this is a triangle in rows, and each one of those combined with the squares in the round give you a beautifully shaped vest. And what ties it all together is this gorgeous little chain tie with tassels on the end. I made the smallest size, Sherry. It does have an oversized effect to it too. It's not meant to be a fitted vest, it's meant to just be a topper, something you can throw over a sundress, a regular dress, a blouse, a tank top, a t-shirt. It could really be worn over anything, I think. I've worn it over anything from a print sundress to a solid color sundress, a blouse, a t-shirt, a tank top. When I've worn it before, yes, Pamela, this is the newest pattern in the Layers Crochet ebook. So I've worn it over a print sundress that was a navy blue base with some turquoise and hot pink flowers in it, and the hot pink really pulled it out really nicely. And I'll show you that as time goes on. I'll wear it again with a dress. But today I was wearing this blouse, and I thought the contrast in the colors was beautiful. You could go with tonal colors, contrast, matchy-matchy layers. Doesn't really matter. It really looks cute over anything. And what really ties it together, no pun intended, is the tie. You could also corset tie this if you wanted to. You could make these ties longer and corset tie it down the front. We could even just do a little bit here to give you an idea. Let's see, what would we do here? We could cross them over. Let's try tying them and then crossing them over. I'm just winging this. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we could certainly try. And if you go to the pattern, you will see how many balls of Be So Sporty is required for whichever size you're looking to make. You can see that already looks interesting. And I tied it strange here. You could try it more of a crisscross. This is unusual. We could try through. Oh, I know, because I tied it instead of just crisscross. Anyway, you get the idea. You could keep going down and doing this further. And you could definitely make it more fitted in the front. These ties are going to be a little short for this style. They worked. There we go. But you could do it more of a traditional crisscross like you do with shoelaces. I'm just having a hard time seeing it while on camera. and not in front of the mirror. You can see this is a shorter length. If you wanted to make it longer, you absolutely could. The shaping is already done, so there would be no more shaping required. You could just work even. You could work even in a simple lace stitch pattern or adding motifs. Doesn't matter. You could add more motifs and put sleeves on it as well. Just line up your motifs and join them as you go. So lots of ways that you could even adjust this further. Kimberly wants to know if she could use Be So Fine yarn. Well, that's a thinner yarn, so I would definitely pay attention to the gauge of the motifs. When you're making the motifs in a different size yarn, this is a great question. Just block them. Wash them with water, set them out to dry, stretch it, do whatever you need to do to get it to lay flat, and let it dry. And whatever size that is, if it matches the size on these, then you'll get the same size garment. It's really, really important when you're doing a sized garment that you get the right size pieces in order to create the right size full finished piece. So yes, you could definitely use Be So Fine yarn or Be So Fine bling or any of my thinner yarns to make a thinner vest, but you're going to have to pay attention to the motif size. And you may need to go up a hook size, down a hook size, don't know. And that actually applies to everybody, even when using the same yarn, because our personal gauge is always different. And, oh, I'm going to sneeze again, sorry. Maybe not. Anyway, it's really important when making sized pieces that if you want the piece to turn out the same size as in the pattern, you need to make sure that your gauge is the same. And so with that in mind, you can use any yarn, any weight, it doesn't matter. As long as you're getting gauge, you'll get the same size. Now, will you get the same look? No, of course not. But that's also up to interpretation of what you're looking to do. What's the name of the vest? It's called the Sabrina. And you can find it as a single download on my website, or you can download Layers ebook, and this will be the 7th pattern release so far. Sunshine, yes, that hat has not been released yet. That's I haven't given it as a gift. My friend is too sick to visit yet, so as soon as I can, I will give it to her, and sometime after that, I'll be releasing the pattern. So here's the new pattern for Layers Knit, and this is called the Bibiana. It is a beautiful top-down. Is it top-down? Yeah, it's top-down. Yes. Ah, so much on my mind, sorry. So this is a top-down pullover that's knit in this beautiful ribbed lace pattern, and it is reversible in the respect that the pattern looks beautiful on both sides, and I'll show you that in a second. So it's top down, comes in lots of different sizes, and then there's shaping in the bottom for hip ease. And I won't be able to try it on this morning because I think it would be a disservice to try it on over this loose blouse, but you can see that it has an A-line shape to the bottom, like that. And comes in lots of sizes. So here's what the one size looks like, and then I'm going to flip it out the other side, and you'll see it's beautiful on both sides. As a short sleeve, you could extend these sleeves and make it long sleeve. That would be no problem at all. I would just keep working, make them longer, and here's the other side of the sweater. This is done in Be So Sporty yarn in colorway Caribbean turquoise. This is Be So Sporty yarn in colorway Crushed Berries. Thanks, Lydia. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Nikki. I'm glad you like these. They're both relatively simple to do. They are not, I wouldn't call them like first-time beginner projects, but they're no more than intermediate. Does anybody have any questions about either of these? KB, how many hanks for the sweater? It will depend on what size you're making. You'll have to check the pattern and see how many yards per size. Comes in lots of different sizes. Thank you, Lisa. I'm glad you like both. Good morning, Denisha. Thank you, Edna. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Sherry. Pamela. Yeah, I believe this is the 7th pattern for each ebook. I could be wrong. I think it is. So this is the Bibiana knit lace pullover, and this is the Sabrina motif crochet vest. If anybody has any questions about those, please feel welcome to ask me. Denisha's got lots of yarn friends here. That's awesome. I'm glad to have you. All right, so I will wait for any questions and I will go back to knitting my rows here. Good morning, Chantel. Thanks for joining live. Sherry, yes, you're the second person to ask if you could crochet the Sabrina and Be So Fine yarn. Yes, you could crochet this in Be So Fine yarn, but you would have to make sure that your motifs turned out the same size after blocking your gauge swatch motif to make sure that you get the same size finished garment. And you would have to check to make sure that you like the weight of the thinner yarn motif in a garment. Because it will look a little bit different, but doesn't mean that it wouldn't be beautiful too. You just need to experiment and make sure that you achieve the same gauge in order for it to turn out the same size. But sure, you could. Definitely. Good morning, Val from Winnipeg. That's okay, Sherry, no problem. Yes, Stacy, I believe the Bibiana could become a summer staple in many colors too. This is a great top to put on. I will wear it tomorrow's Saturday. I will wear it soon. I promise I will wear it soon so you can see how cute it looks on. I don't think it'll look cute over this top. No, it won't. I won't do it any justice by putting it over a blouse. It needs to be over a tank top. It'd be great. The Bibiana would be great worn with a skirt, with pants, with shorts. It would be great with a jacket over the top. You could wear a jacket over this. You could even put a shawl on over this. You could put a vest over it. You could wear it by itself. You could put a contrast color necklace over this. I think that'd be so cute. I'd love to make a necklace like maybe in this color or coral to wear over it. Excuse me. Or even a necklace in this darker teal blue would be gorgeous over this sweater. Wouldn't that be beautiful? To make a necklace in any one of those colors to wear with it. Thank you, Nikki. You could also wear a contrast color tank top underneath it, or you could go with a nude or a turquoise so that it matches, because the beauty is that you see those holes. Oh, what the heck. Even if I look silly, let's try it on so you can see the contrast. Just keep in mind, this would not be the look I'm suggesting. I just want you to get an idea of it. See, I would never wear it over a blouse, but you can get a really nice idea of how beautiful that stitch pattern looks with the contrast behind it. So here it is on the one side. The sleeves are beautiful, the waist shaping is beautiful, the length is beautiful. So now I'll try it on with the other side showing. So the other side showed the lace in the stockinette form and the ribbing in the reverse stockinette form, and now on this side the ribbing is showing stockinette and the lace is showing reverse stockinette side. So either way is actually really beautiful. Yeah, it has a wide neckline, it has fluttery sleeves, has a great shaping here, and not shaping because it goes in, it's shaped because from the bust it just goes out. So it's not waist shaping, it's hip ease, and that's a huge difference to me. I don't like things that go in at the waist, but I like the optical illusion of something that goes in at the waist. So when you go from your bust measurement and just work out from there, you give that illusion of waist shaping, but it really is just hip ease. Yes, Nikki, I believe it looks beautiful on both sides too. Thank you, Judy. Yes, the color of Be So Sporty yarn is Caribbean turquoise. Where did I get the name Bibiana? Funny that you should ask that. I actually got the name from one of the girls on The Bachelorette, or no, The Bachelor last season. Yes, I picked a few of the names for this book from different names of women or actresses or characters of the shows I was watching last season when I was writing the patterns. So this one is named after This one is named, this is the smallest size, Carol. So I believe it's a 36. Don't recall off the top of my head, but when you read the pattern, you'll see what the sizes are, and it is the smallest size. Denisha needs this sweater in her life. Yes, you do. I'm so excited to have mine. I love it, love it, love it. Can't wait to wear it for you properly. I'll wear it properly the next time I do the podcast. It's so cute, so easy to wear, and so flattering on. And I love the versatility of it being beautiful on both sides. Just, even if I never wear it on both sides, I just love knowing that I can. What is that? I don't know. Defiance of some kind. But I love the idea of being able to wear it on both sides. Thank you, Carol. I'm glad you like it too. And I love the vest too. The vest you could throw on over anything. Little bit of arm coverage. No, Catherine, this top I found at Marshall's, on Marshall's clearance the other day. Unfortunately, it is not in my Amazon shop. I need to do some more Amazon shopping so that I can share some of my tips with you guys. You're right. The sweater is knit, Denisha. That's correct. I love the vest too. Thank you. And I love the fact that the vest has shaping also. So you know what's great when you wear a looser shape like this? It's a great way to wear something a little more figure conscious underneath, because you could wear something a little tighter than you would feel comfortable wearing on its own, but by putting a looser layer over the top, you can still get that curvy silhouette of something tighter underneath without seeing all the bumps that you don't want people to see. Melody's grabbing her beach bag and on her way. All right. There's a lot of people down here today, but the weather's getting better and it's still high season. So I'll show you the beach this morning. Here's the beach to the north of us. We've got a whole bunch of people sitting and walking and just enjoying all the beautiful nature down here. We've got our big fireball in the sky, warming everything up and brightening everything up. And here's the beach to the south of us. Lots going on down there. Getting ready for a busy weekend, I'm sure. If anybody saw my post last weekend on Instagram, I shared how incredibly busy this beach gets later in the day, and explained to everybody in that post that not only was the beach packed and the parking lots completely full, even the bike parking was full. I couldn't have parked my bike, locked it up, and left it even if I wanted to. And I wasn't planning on it. I was just going for a bike ride and wanted to see what the beach looked like and assumed it was going to be crazy and thought it would be a fun contrast post to share with everybody on Instagram. And I was right. But yeah, even the bike parking was full. I thought that was insane. Oh, Nikki's seeing the sun at home for the first time in a while today. Good for you. Hi Judy, thanks for joining. Hi Melissa, don't remember if I said hi to you either. Does anybody have any other questions? That's some great questions this morning. Oh, Sherry says Stacy asked a great question and I missed it. So if anybody wants to repeat that, I will try to answer it. And I tangled my yarn. Hold on here. See. Hi Jorge, thanks for joining. Wait and see what Stacy's question was. If she repeats it or someone else wants to repeat it for her, like hearing that there was a great question. Would I crochet a version of the Bibiana? I could, yeah. Oh, yeah. Every time I make something in one craft, it's so funny. People ask if I would do it in the other. Yeah, I'm sure I could. Absolutely. We will add it to the list. you know, anything is possible. If there was enough time in the day, I could sit and show you how to make absolutely everything I make in one craft in the other craft. I mean, I find it extremely easy to visualize and apply everything I do in one craft to the other. So if I only had enough time in the day, I could show you instantly all the time how to do both. It's so cool. But in the meantime, I hope that you will enjoy all of the patterns that I've already made for both books, and in the future could certainly do that. Definitely add it to the list. So thank you for the suggestion. Oh yeah, and then name them the same name but with a K and a C. That makes sense. Good morning, Constance. You're here in Naples? Good for you. You're going to enjoy a beautiful weekend. I'll wait and see if there's any other questions and finish up my row here. Next week's patterns are going to be, oh Sherry, yeah, I mentioned the name earlier, but I'd be happy to tell you again. Yes, this color is called Inferno in Be So Toasty yarn. Some people think it looks like toasted marshmallows. I think it reminds me of a tiger stripes. But either way, it's a beautiful burnt orange with lots of beautiful fiery sunset colors. It also reminds me of the color of the sunset when it's super golden. When the light starts leaving and the sky lights up after a fireball sunset happens, this is definitely what that sky looks like to me. Which is where I was going when I chose to put these colors together to dye. Somebody's making a crochet project that Sherry's made 3 times. Wow, that sounds exciting. Sherry's giving you an incredible testimonial about something. Sherry has a ginger cat, so she agrees with me on the tiger stripes. Awesome. Yeah, I didn't think of the tiger stripes till I started knitting it. I made it up because of the fireball sunset colors, but as I'm, oh, the sweet Claritop. Yeah, that is a good one. Lots of people have made the sweet Claritop. I've made 3 also, Sherry. I made the original in crushed berries. I made a second one in jaded peacock, long sleeve, and I made a third one, lilac memories, as a dress. And I have not released that pattern yet, but will be. So I made a third version into a dress, and it is so pretty. So I've done short sleeve, long sleeve, and dress. Does anybody have any other questions? Oh, you know what we should do? Let's see if I have my notebook. Let's see what today's quote is. If we have time. Yeah, the meshberry top is cute too. And it's fun. That one's really fun to wear as well. I've made that in different lengths as well. All right. Oh, this is a good one. I know I say that all the time, but don't forget, I did curate them, so apparently I like all of them. I chose them all. Ralph Waldo Emerson, I love his quotes. You cannot do a kindness too soon, for you never know how soon it will be too late. Wow. All right, let's read that one again before I talk about it. You cannot do a kindness too soon, for you never know how soon it will be too late. This is twofold for me. Because yes, it's right. You never know how soon it will be too late. When the mood strikes to do a kindness, it is because right now your intuition is telling you it's needed right now. So yes, I agree with the second half of it for sure. But you cannot do a kindness too soon, for you never know how soon it will be too late. Goes a little further for me. Because, and I've experienced this so many times because of putting myself out there in the public and not knowing who I reach or how I reach. And I'll get random emails at times telling me how I've touched someone's life when I had no idea I touched their life. And so it also reminds me that if your intuition is telling you to do a kindness, you don't even know who you're reaching. Like, let's say, for example, you're standing in line at the gas station and you decide to do something nice for the cashier. It's not just the cashier's life that you've touched. You've touched everybody that's in line behind you and witnessed you doing something kind to the cashier. So I feel like when you do something kind in public, the opportunity is so much greater than you even realize. It's not just the one life that you touch by being kind, it's all the people that you inspire that witnessed the act of kindness. So now let's read this again. Ralph Waldo Emerson, you cannot do a kindness too soon, for you never know how soon it will be too late. So imagine imagine that scene again where those people witnessed the act of kindness. How many of them one of them could have been just so disappointed in the human nature and just needed to see hope that there are good people out there. Another person may have needed to be reminded to do an act of kindness themselves, but that's so on point. What about all the subtle inspiration that could come from that, in the respect of someone just said, you know what, I could do that for so-and-so, or gosh, I need to forgive so-and-so because they really meant well with what they did, even though it didn't come across the way it should have. Or just so many different nuances that come from that. There's so many different ways that people could be inspired by hearing an act of kindness. So we'll read it one more time, because you never know how it will inspire. I don't know how it's going to inspire you or anyone else listening, but it's awesome regardless of how it inspires you, because it's about kindness and being good, so there's no wrong way for it to inspire you either. Ralph Waldo Emerson, you cannot do a kindness too soon, for you never know how soon it will be too late. So good. So good. It doesn't have to be random. It can be intentional. It can be for a stranger. It can be for someone you love. It can be to yourself. Anybody. And we have no guarantee for tomorrow. You're right, Maria. You never know. You don't know. So when the mood strikes, when your intuition tells you it's time, trust your intuition and do it. Catherine wants to know how I store my knit and crochet garments that I wear regularly. Depends on the garment. If I think it's something that is safe to hang up, I will hang it on a hanger, generally a nicer hanger. And if I don't think that it's something that should be hung, if I think gravity is going to pull on it, I will fold it up and put it on a shelf with some, making sure that it's a breathable shelf, like with open shelves with some cotton layers. Like my cotton drawstring bags, I think make good storage too. Oh, looks like we've gone over and I'm just finishing my row. Well, I'll tell you what, if anybody has any more questions, keep them rolling while I am finishing this row, and then we'll Beatrice rescued a kitty this week. That's wonderful, and you live up in the north, so that's even more special than somewhere else. Kitty was probably freezing to death. Very good. My kitties are rescue kitties too. They were found starving in a box in a McDonald's parking lot at 2 weeks old. And they're now 5 years old and living large. Okay. I didn't see any more questions, so just as a recap, let's just remember that the new patterns for the Layers ebooks are the gorgeous Bibiana knit top that's reversible and the Sabrina crochet motif topper vest. Both of them come in a very large range of sizes, and both feature Viso Sporty yarn. This is colorway Caribbean Turquoise, and this is colorway Crushed Berries. You can find the yarn for sale on my website. You can download these patterns individually on my website, or you can order them as part of the Layers Crochet and Layers Knit ebooks. All of those links are either in the video description now or will be very shortly, and you can find all of this information on my website. If you like the podcast, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell notification if you want to be notified the next time I go live. Let's take this last minute now to look out on this magnificent view, soak in the colors, and set our intentions for the day. Hope you enjoyed the sunrise, the beautiful scenery, the sound of the waves, my demos, chatting with me and everyone else here. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.